Okay, so you need this. We're gonna make some cornbread.
Yes.
Hey, Bougie Club. I'm trying to multitask because it's after 6 o'clock, but I'm on granny duties and Autumn wants to cook. So
I'm the one who's cooking this fish and shaking it while
yes,
she's
we're
while she's doing the grease and stuff, so it
yes,
won't pop on
yes, we are cooking with Autumn, Bougie Club. So I'm on my phone, so I can't see the comments. Okay, so we need the milk.
me.
This is gonna be fun part. So
The
wash
fun
your
part.
yeah, wash, roll up your sleeves and wash your hands again. And I'm going to put the greens on
Now
to
let me
warm
show
up.
you my face.
Oh, hold on. Wait. Okay. That's going to be too hot. Okay, don't forget to rub your hands together. Okay. Hey, Bougie Club. I had like a whole topic, and I'm going to try to get to it, but we're
Why you say
multitasking.
bougie cook?
Because we're live. You ever know when Grandma's up there and when I'm Miss J's up there and I go and I talk to the people on Facebook? So we're talking to the people on Facebook and YouTube, but we're doing it from the phone.
Okay.
So get a paper towel and dry your hands. So we're having greens and cornbread and fried catfish nuggets. So we're making this up as we go along. I'm already seasoned the fish and it's almost done frying. So now we're working on the cornbread. Pull your sleeves here. You gotta pull your sleeves up. Now this is gonna be messy.
Ooh.
And we're gonna do the egg first. Hold on, let me just
Yes, I like to put eggs in.
okay. So let's see, hold on. Let me check the fish.
Yeah,
Okay.
she's cooking the fish right now.
Okay. Let me do this.
Let's do the eggs now.
Okay, hold on, let me wash my
Finally,
hands
I've been
again.
waiting for this, so let's do the eggs.
Okay, so on the side it says 1 package of Jiffy corn mix, 1 egg, and 1/3 cup of milk. So the key with the egg is not to get the shell in the bowl.
I know, because I already know how to put eggs in. You just
She already
crack,
knows
you,
that. You
crack,
crack?
you just
Okay,
put
so
the egg right here and
okay, so let's check out your egg. We're gonna check out our egg cracking game. Let's check out your egg cracking game. Try cracking it on this bowl. That bowl is whoa! Well, that's what we were trying to accomplish. The egg fell in the bowl and she was cracking it. Okay, just put the shell in there. We don't need the shell. Okay, well, that was easy. Okay, hold on. So now you gotta open this up. Can you open that up? Okay, while you're opening that up, I'm gonna take.
my hands are sticky already.
Okay, so we'll just wash them again. Here, let me. You can never wash your hands too many times when you're cooking. So make sure the water's not too hot and rub them together.
I already did.
Okay.
I put the soap in. I washed it a little bit and then rubbed it.
Okay. Well, turn the water off and be careful. Don't move around on the chair. Let me take this fish out and put the grease off the stove, and then we'll get back to it. How
Okay.
y'all doing it today, Bougie Club? I'm gonna get to y'all in just a minute.
Yeah. Just a minute when she gets on the fish. She already taken the fish out so we can eat it.
Okay. So we got that done.
Now we
Okay.
gotta get done
Okay,
with
hold on. I'm gonna put the grease in the oven so we don't have to worry about.
I'm going to go use it for one second.
Okay, we'll go use it and make sure you wash your hands. with soap and rub them together. Hey y'all. So I had a whole conversation planned for you all to talk about my experience watching the movie The Joker. However, time got away from me, and I'm on grandma duties, and the little miss was getting hungry, and I don't have like kid food, so we had to cook real food. So I'm in the middle of cooking dinner, so we just got through frying fish, and I let her season it. She got a little heavy on the Cajun season, so I don't know what that's gonna be like really, but it's a first. Of course, I didn't let her put the fish in the grease, so don't worry, y'all. She has her little chair over here so she can, observe. And I had some greens I cooked the other day, so they're warming on the stove. And since she wants to play and stuff, I'm gonna let her make the cornbread. Um, yeah, so it's cooking with Jay. It's granny time. Do y'all do this with y'all kids? I think I'm gonna go get the laptop so I can see y'all comments because y'all I gotta see what y'all saying to this. Uh, okay. You know where my laptop is? Where's my laptop, Autumn? I don't know where it is either. Ah, it's on the table. It's on the table. Yeah. I was playing with bras yesterday. I did a talk on being a bra. Okay, you guys. I'm gonna log in to Restreamio and see if I can see y'all comments. Okay, so did you open the box? Okay, so here, let me move this because this is glass.
Yeah.
Do you need help?
No.
You sure? Okay, good job. Okay, you don't have to take it all the way out the box. Just open the paper. Can y'all see what we got going here? Let's see. We'll raise the stand here. Y'all, we're having fun. In case y'all didn't know it, I think she's having fun. Kids don't forget anything. So if you tell a kid that they can do something, they don't forget, y'all. Okay, so let's see if I can pull it up. Okay, so great job. Now pour, okay, pour the box into the bowl.
I think that's enough
Is it enough?
now. Yes.
Okay, y'all. All right, I can see y'all comments now. Let me know if y'all there.
I just need that one.
No, you gotta put the whole box in there. Did you put the whole box in?
No.
No, put the whole box in.
Pour on
Yeah,
it.
but use both hands so it doesn't get away from you. Now go down further. Okay.
It's empty.
Is it empty now? Okay. So now we have to pour the milk. And the milk is going to be heavy since it's new. So I'll pour it and you tell me when we get to 1/3. So we're using
The
it.
top fell in there.
It
Just
did?
like that.
Oh, it did. Okay, hold on. Thank you. Great eyes. Okay, so this is what we call a liquid measuring cup. So if you're going to measure liquid, you use this type of measuring cup. This is like a dry measuring cup, and it comes in different shapes and like different sizes, and this is for dry ingredients, right? So if you're gonna do flour or sugar or cornmeal or cake mix, you'll use a dry measuring cup. If you're gonna do liquid like oil or water or milk or something like that, then you'll use the liquid measuring cup. So the box says, now you can't be playing with your clothes if you're gonna be cooking, because your clothes ain't all the way clean. You don't have an apron on, so now you gotta wash your hands again. That okay. Don't stick your hand back under there yet. Okay. Okay, let's get a dry towel. So we're gonna go through a bunch of paper towels the rate you wash your hands. Okay, dry your hands off. And then put your towel on top of the paper towel. Okay, so it says we need 1/3 cup of milk. You see that? It says 1/3. Okay.
I see one on there too.
Okay, yeah, because that was 1 egg, and we already did the egg. So you're gonna look on the side, and this is where they're measuring in fractions. So you see that where it says 1/3?
Mm-hmm.
We want to pour the milk till it gets to that line. Now, typically, I don't use the measuring cup. I just kind of eyeball it. But since you're learning, we'll teach you the right way. So the thing with a measuring cup, get on your knees. You have to get down to eye level so that you can make sure you have the right amount. So I'm going to pour, and you tell me when. Tell me when we get there. Are we there?
Yes.
Okay. So now we have 1/3 cup of milk.
Can I pour it in?
Hey, Miss Martha. Yes, you can pour it in.
Can I mix it too?
You can mix it too. Okay, now wait a minute. Don't start stirring real fast because the cornmeal will fly all over the place. So you wanna here, hold it this way, and then you wanna stir. But now remember the egg is in there too. So we wanna get the egg in with the milk. And it's gonna get thicker and become like a
I see the egg with it already.
yeah, so you gotta keep mixing it. It might take you a while, your arms are little. Think you can handle it? Okay, so let me know when you don't see any more of the powder and it's all like mixed and creamy. Okay? All right. Hey, Miss Ebony. Okay, I'm gonna go to Facebook and pull y'all up so I can see y'all comments. So I'm cooking, y'all, with the little people. Whew, Jesus. This is fun. I haven't done this in a really, really long time.
Yeah,
Um,
me neither.
you haven't done it either in a really long time?
Nope.
Okay, well, are you enjoying yourself?
Yeah.
Well, that's all that matters.
All that matters is I'm having all the fun I want.
Okay, but that's all that matters. She's having all the fun that she wants. This is an unconventional live, y'all, but I let y'all see my life. This is my life. Today is
It's my life too.
it is your life too. And you're learning how to make cornbread. Getting you ready so you can help your mommy next week. Hey, Miss Talia. Hey, Miss Joanne. Okay, y'all. I'm looking at y'all online. Hold on, let me turn the sound off. Okay. So now I should be able to see everybody comment. Okay, so I'm not trying to make everybody hungry. Okay, let's see.
I don't see any more powder stuff.
I don't either. So do you want to try to make like little cakes?
Yep.
Like in a muffin thing? Okay, so you see how it's lumpy?
Mm-hmm.
We got to get the lumps out. So we're not, hang on, come over. I don't want you to fall on the chair. We forgot to turn the oven on. Let's see, what does it say? Put the oven on. So it says put the oven on what? What's that? Just read the numbers.
400.
Right. So we gotta put the oven on 400, and we'll make muffins. So the oh, girl, don't do me like that. I thought you failed. So we'll get the muffins in and the little. You do? Okay. Oh shoot. Okay. All right. We'll put that over there. Now I'll work on making this right, and then you take the papers out and fill it up. And you're gonna need 6 of them.
I'll just count.
Okay, you count.
1.
Okay, so I wanted to talk to you all about this is a spoiler alert. So if you wanted to watch the movie The Joker, then tune in to this live after you've gone to watch it. So I wanted to talk to you guys about this movie because it was kind of morbid in a way. So it's like giving you the back story of the whole Joker character. Okay, so put them in the tins though.
Okay.
You got it? Here, put the lid back on. Very good. Okay. Now, typically,
Can I put that in there?
yes, you can. Let's figure. I was just thinking about how could we do this where you could work that out
Ooh,
and
it's
not
so
make.
orange.
Is this orange?
It looks a little orange.
Okay, but if this is orange, is that orange?
That's orange, but that's the light orange, I think.
You think it's light orange? Okay. I think it looks a little yellow, but if you say orange, we can go with that. Okay, wait a minute. Step back. We're gonna get a spoon. Hold on. Ah, okay. So now, hey, you almost caught my hand. So I would suggest this is gonna take much longer, but I don't think. Well, wait a minute. Hold on. We might have a different size spoon. I know, but I'm trying to find. I'm trying to find your spoon. I don't think. I don't think that one's gonna grab. That's gonna be too big. You want to try that one? Okay, you can try that one. I think that's gonna be too big for you to handle, though. This one?
Nope.
This?
Well, I put the spoon on.
No, that's a whisk. Here, use this. This will probably be better. Dip it out. So you don't even need that. So just dip that in there. Well, you can. Well, okay, so look. The key is to try to get it in the cup, not on the not on the pan. But you might want to put a little more in the cup and make sure your cup is full before. Excuse me. Scoop it. Okay. Here, I'll be your helper and I'll wipe the bottom so it doesn't drip. How about that? Okay. Now you don't want to fill the cup completely up. You want to leave it like a little, fill it up a little more than half. So that's
like
good.
that?
Yep. Okay, but try not to fling the batter on the actual metal part. Okay, so dip a little more this time. Mm-mm. Scoop this way. There you go. Okay, now wait a minute. Let me be your wiper. Okay, there you go. Whatever order you want to do it in. I didn't think this through, you guys. I thought I was going to be able to talk and direct traffic, but yeah, it's not working out. And thank you, Miss Evelyn. Okay, now if you shake it like that, see how at first you didn't have any on the metal, and then when you start shaking it, got on the metal? You want to be a neat cook, not a messy cook. I mean, but you're going to get messy if you cook. But I'm just saying, let's try to be intentional. Okay, I'm going to wipe. Okay, now you pour. It's okay. This is your first time. So the next time we do it, you'll be better. You're doing a great job. Okay. Now dip a little bit more in there. No, so twist your wrist at an angle like that and then scoop. See how you got more in the cup that time? Okay. All right. Ah, make sure you get it in the bowl.
I'm looking.
I know sometimes it's hard to get your hand-eye coordination together. It's practice. This is your first time. You're doing great. You're learning. Okay. Another scoop. Okay, I'll be the wiper. Wiper, wiper, wiper. Can y'all see what she's doing? Let's see. I don't think I can tilt this. Let me see. She's scooping with the measuring cup into the muffin tins. This is what we got going over here. She is 5. She just turned 5 in August. She's in kindergarten. Okay, you got it. She wanted to cook, so I had to be creative and think of a way for her to help me cook versus telling her no, because she doesn't take no for an answer. She's very independent, very inquisitive. Okay, so now look, we've got a lot of batter left. Okay, we've got batter left, so now you can add more into like those that aren't really filled up really well. Okay. She's doing really good, you guys. I'm impressed at the hand-eye coordination. Now we got like batter all over the pan, but we can wipe that off. Good job. Good job, Autumn. Oh, look what happens when you turn your eye away just for a moment. It just takes a quick second and you miss the whole cup. Okay. Here. Let's do this. Tilt it over and use the spatula to bring it down. Now dip it. Okay, hold on. Let me wipe it. Okay. Now do that one. Yummy. Okay. So let's try to put a little more in this one, and then we'll be done.
Swipe it down.
Yes, I can swipe it down. You got it? Okay, so it says that we're gonna bake for
Yeah,
15. Look, so what is that number?
15.
And then what is that?
One, I mean,
What's the numbers?
2 and 0.
So that's 20. So we have to bake it for 15 to 20 minutes. So, you done? Okay, you can put that there. And then I'll get a paper towel and okay, hold on. I'm gonna let you wash your hands in just a minute. Okay, wash your hands. Rinse it off. Okay. Okay, so I'm gonna dampen the paper towel just a little bit. And then I'm gonna take the damp paper towel and we're gonna wipe the batter off the metal because it'll like burn on there and it'll make the oven smoke. And we don't want a smoky oven because then the smoke detector will go off and then the neighbors will be upset. Yeah, I'm gonna get that.
Why? Because all the ovens will be turned off or something?
Well, because then everybody will have to go outside. I'm not sure how all that works, but it's cold out. Okay. So, you need help getting down or you got it? Come this way. The oven's over there. Come this way. No, ma'am.
I know.
That's where your helping stops. I will let you set the timer on the oven. How about that? So
Yeah.
the oven beeped to let us know it was at 400. So I'm going to, oh man. So look,
What?
I was not paying attention because remember, we put the grease in the oven so that you wouldn't be by the grease. And now I've just made a mess, and it's gonna smoke anyway because now we got grease in the bottom of the oven. So
So,
we'll turn on the vent fan. Okay, so now we're gonna turn on the cooking time. So push cook time, and then we're gonna set it for 15 minutes. So push one, and then five, and then start. Okay, so now we gotta wait 15 minutes, and we'll come back and check. Okay, y'all. Now we're gonna go upstairs. We'll clean up in a minute. Okay. You should really clean your mess up as you're making it. But since we're multitasking, we won't do that right now. Okay, Bougie Club. Okay. It's the funniest thing. Okay. Is it?
yes.
All right. Now I'm gonna go. I'm talking, so I don't know if you're gonna be able to watch TV and they hear. So that might not quite work out, little mama.
I really want to watch TV.
Okay, well just give me a minute. Give me 15 minutes, and then you can watch TV. Okay.
Okay.
All right. So what I wanted to talk to you guys about is acknowledging people. So one of the things that I've been working on, y'all, hold on, let me show y'all. Y'all remember how cute my hair was? My hair drew up on me. I was speaking at an event yesterday, and I shared the whole concept of being a bride. It was a brunch about sisterhood. And as I was sitting there, I could feel my hair swelling up, y'all. Whew. I had paid the videographer to do a video, and my hair was looking a hot fool, but the message was impactful, so that's all that matters. So, um, acknowledging people. So one of the things I've really been working on is trying to make sure that I acknowledge people when we cross paths. So you know how you could be in a elevator or something and somebody will get on and nobody will say anything. So trying to remember like when people get on, when I come into contact with them, I speak. I say hello, good morning, good afternoon, how was your day? Um, and if somebody asks me how I'm doing, when I respond, I tell them thank you for asking. So I remember when Oprah was going off the air some years ago, and she was saying like she had interviewed like 30,000 people, and the one thing that everybody wanted at the root of it was to know that they had been heard, like that they were being validated. Did you hear me? Did you see me? Did what I say matter? So again, spoiler alert. I went to see the movie Joker, and it wasn't at all what I was expecting, and it's kind of dark, but it highlighted so many truths. So it was this guy, and he was suffering from mental illness, and he was receiving care through public assistance, the social service system, and they were giving him his medications for free, and he was going to see the caseworker for therapy, if you will, and at the start of the movie, it's like he's working as a clown. And in working as a clown, some kids come up to him and steal his sign. Well, he needed the sign for his job, so he begins to he's chasing the kids through the street um, for this sign. And then the boys end up jumping on him and beating them. And so, okay, that's a day that goes from bad to worse. And now you got this grown working as a clown outside in inclement weather, but his thing was he just wanted to make people smile. Like he had a genuine interest in making people smile, and part of his disorder was he laughed uncontrollably. Kind of, I guess, similar to something like Tourette's. Yes, baby.
His name is Joker.
Yes, his name is Joker. And I don't know how she knows this.
I do because I watched it.
You watched it? Your mama let you watch that?
I watched it at school. We be having
Oh, the
movie time.
cartoon. Okay. Yeah, this wasn't the kids' version. And so it was just like showing how all these things kept happening. So he got beat up by some kids. One of his co-workers gave him a weapon to protect, but now of course he's mentally unstable, so his brain doesn't work like everybody else's. He ends up getting fired from his job. Um, like it just keeps going from bad to worse. He ends up finding out that they're cutting out the program and he's no longer going to get his medicine. He's no longer going to have access to the caseworker, which was like the only person that he had to talk to. And then because of his lack of medication, he he was delusional. So he started having delusions and he's riding home on the train after he lost his job, and he's got on his clown suit, and understandably he's disappointed, he's depressed, and these guys start messing with him and he ends up killing them, right? And it was just like one of those things where, hold on, where he just ended up clicking. And so it was just profound because you never know what somebody's going through. And then for him, it was like he did this terrible, heinous thing, but in his mind, now mind you, he's mentally ill, but in his mind, he doesn't see anything wrong with it because for the first time in his life, somebody's actually seeing him. So there's this big thing on the news, and they're talking about this clown, the killer clown, and like people are like rallying around him because he ended up killing some wealthy guys, and the city was in turmoil. But it was like he did this horrible thing, and because of this horrible thing, people finally saw him. What did you just do? And they saw him for the first time, and he had wanted attention. So you never know who you're encountering, whether you're in a grocery store, whether you're on a train, on the bus, walking through the grocery store. You don't know like what post-it notes have been posted on that person throughout the course of their day, their week, their month, and their life. And you'd be surprised how much of an impact you can have if you just acknowledge that you see them. Do you know how many people are walking around that don't feel like they're seen or they're heard? And that was just like the gist of the movie. So like the city rallied around them and they were having these protests and these riots because even though he had did this heinous thing, they could identify with the need to be seen and understood and heard. And then he found out about some family secrets. So it's like all of these things that were happening to this guy, and he did this terrible act. But even though what he did was terrible, it's like when they presented his life in a movie, it's like you kind of understood how he got to that point. And think about it, when you don't know anything about anybody and you see that they did something, you have an opinion. But then as the truth come out and the facts and you learn about the backstory, you can begin to apply some compassion to whatever that person was going through and have a little sympathy. But it's like, let's not take it to the point where it escalates to something terrible happening because we just don't want to do something as simple as say hello to somebody or have a nice day. And so there was this incident in the guy's apartment where he did something really bad to one of his coworkers, but there was like a guy in there, and I don't know if this is the proper term, but he was a midget. But this guy had always been nice to him when they were at work. And because he had always been nice to him, he didn't harm him and he let him go free. And he told the guy, you've always been nice to me. I'm not gonna hurt you. And so it costs you nothing to be kind. Just think, we've got all these incidents where people are like clicking out at work and all of this stuff is happening. And the one person that was nice, and it cost them nothing to be nice, was the person whose life was spared, even in this man's delusional, psychotic state. There was something about him that caused him to remember that, hey, I don't want to harm this person. This person was kind. And so it costs us nothing to be kind. So if we're kinder to one another, how many breaks can we keep from happening? And like these people were just being people, like the people that were being mean to them. You see this stuff happening every day. You see it happening on social media. You see it happening in people's comments. You see it happening in people's jobs. You see it happening in their families. Like teasing is not cute. Like as adults, we still do it, but then we get mad at the kids and then we call it bullying. But as adults, we're still bullying. I'm just encouraging you to be mindful how you treat people, how you talk to people. It costs you nothing to be kind, and it just might save somebody's life. So the next time you're going through the store or you at the stoplight or that person that nobody talks to at work, like say hello, say good morning, speak to them when they go to the coffee pot in the morning or the water cooler. You know, give that person a compliment. You might see somebody and you like the way that person dressed, but you never acknowledge it or say something like, people want to be seen. They want to be heard and they want to know that what they say and do matters. So if you can have a positive impact in somebody's life today or tomorrow, why can't you just be kind? I'm going to just encourage y'all to be kind and acknowledge people when you all connect, when you cross paths, if you're walking down the street. Use your spidey senses because, you might walk past somebody and it, might not feel safe, but that might be the person who needs you to say hello the most. That's all I got for y'all, Bougie Club. We got to be kinder to each other. There are so many people hurting, and hurt people. I get that. But at some point, you have to take control of being the change that you want to see and being the impact that you want to see in the world. So I'm going to encourage you all this week. We're coming up on Thanksgiving. Yes, baby.
That was shooting in my daddy work.
They were. Well, we'll talk about that in a little bit. Okay. So, yeah, be kind. It's Thanksgiving. Say hello. Take your coworker a piece of pie. If you know someone, I know when I first moved to Memphis, oh man, I love Rosalind Miller. She took me in and mothered me and invited me to her family. Like, we didn't have any holidays where we weren't supported. Like, we went to Thanksgiving, we went to Christmas, we went to family reunions and all this stuff, and it was just she just took me in and she was so nice and she brought me into the folds of her family, me and my children. It wasn't like the kids couldn't come. It was like all of us, and it ended up being a friendship that has lasted for a really really long time. And so those things matter to people. People might not know how to let you know how much they appreciate them, but we're coming up on the holiday seasons. It's very difficult for many people, so be kind, send a plate, invite somebody over, go and check on them, drop the plate by. It's not really, people are alone, and just be kind, say hi, be kind to the person that you walk to on the street. Just speak, just smile. If you don't want to speak, just smile. At least have a happy look on your face. That's all I got for y'all, Bougie Club. I I'm gonna look at the comments. Let's see. Miss Evelyn says she wish her grandson could do this. She wanted to do the cooking. She a busybody too. Trust me. She been going through drawers and boxes and all type of stuff. I wish I could see she and rearranged my living room. We were cuddling and watching movies. Then she decided she was hungry. She got her little mermaid tail, but then that was hot. And so she took that off. And then she told me she was cold. So then I had to turn the heat on. So she busy. She's busy. It's just she likes cooking apparently. And so that can capture her
Yeah,
attention.
because my grandma let me cook with her.
Hey, Mr. Lewis. You see this right here, Mr. Raheem Lewis? Hey, Mr. Lewis, how's school going?
Like, off the nose.
Yep, that's Mr. Lewis. Uh-oh, what happened?
Oh, him?
Yep, that's Mr. Lewis. He's going to school to be a doctor. Yeah.
Wait, how did I just do
Yes, Miss Martha. We always have the opportunity to do better. Scroll.
How did I do that with my hand?
How did you do it with your hand? You clicked on it. Hey, Miss Sandra.
How did I click on it?
So you see where it's blue? The blue indicates it's like a hyperlink. That means if you click on that, it's going to take you to somewhere else on the internet. So if you click on Miss Evanly's name, it's going to take you to her Facebook profile. So, nope, not down there. Click on it up there in the comments. Just click on her name.
This one?
Yep. See? Now takes you to her page. So
Whoa.
I know, right? Yeah, she has a cool background. Now click tap right there so we can go back to the live. Mm-mm.
Oh,
Yeah. Yep. Now
nah.
why are you taking your tattoo off? You just told me you liked your tattoo. And now you're peeling it off. We don't have another one.
Well, cause when I got to sleep, when I was over my auntie house and her mother house and that house, I was sleeping with one of these tattoos on, but it was
You hear that?
another kind of one.
What's that mean? What's that sound mean?
That means the muffins are done.
Yep, that means the muffins are done. Okay, Bougie Club, it's time for us to go check our muffins. I feel like you all should be able to see the muffins since you participated in the making of the muffins. Yes, ma'am.
I'm taking the tattoo off.
Okay.
Now I'm over my auntie's house and her
Mhm.
mother and
So
her
we're
dad
checking on
and
the muffins. Okay. So
then
now.
I tried and then I felt it when I was asleep.
Okay.
So that's why.
No, what? Hold on. I don't want to bend over and have y'all looking at my backside. It's gone. That's not gonna be appropriate. Okay, get back in your chair. I gotta open the oven. Like,
Ooh.
whoo! See how all of that heat came out. So when you open the oven, you want to do what? Do you want to stand close to it, or you think you should stand back from it?
Stand back so I won't get myself burnt.
Exactly. You want to stand back so you don't get yourself burnt. Okay. So now we're gonna click off so it'll quit beeping, and we'll turn the fan off,
Yeah, so we
and
can listen to
we'll show the
music
people.
club.
We'll show the people your muffins.
Yep.
How
The
you think?
mix.
How you think they turned out?
Well, that one a little.
Yeah, the middle one is kind of flat.
Yeah.
It probably still tastes really good.
Yeah, I like the other muffins.
Okay, Bougie Club, there you have it. Sunday night cooking with Jay and Miss Autumn. As always, I want to encourage you to be bold, outspoken, unapologetic, goodwill, inspiring, and epic every day. We're coming up on Thanksgiving, so for those of you with little people, I encourage you to be brave and let them help you cook in the kitchen.
Why don't we cook cookies, cake, and stuff? Valentine's stuff.
We can work that out. So maybe you can just get you your own channel and then you can cook for the kids. How about that? You said you wanted a YouTube channel.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay, you want to say bye to the people?
Nope.
Nope, you don't want to say bye to the people. She's bashful now. She doesn't want to say bye to the people.
Yeah, because I don't feel like talking.
Okay, that's fine. All right, you guys. That's all I have for you all this Sunday. Be kind.
Bye.
Say hello to somebody. It costs you nothing to be kind, but it may make all the difference in the world to somebody else. Be careful. I love you all. Happy Sunday and good night.